Some days, everything just feels clearer. The mind slows down, the heart softens, and for a moment, the world out there aligns with the world within. Today, the sky offers us one of those moments. With the sun in sextile with the moon, we experience a rare harmony between the conscious and the unconscious, between reason and emotion. It's like finally being able to make a heart-based decision without losing your clarity. This aspect doesn't bring conflict, it brings opportunity. It creates space for you to feel without drowning, and to think clearly without becoming rigid. If you're facing a decision, a tough conversation, or a new beginning, this is the perfect moment to act in alignment with your true self. In astrology, a sextile is a 60-degree angle between two planets, and it represents ease, flow, and opportunity. When this aspect happens between the sun and the moon, it builds a bridge, a smooth dialogue between what you think and what you feel. The sun rules your consciousness, your identity, the rational part that makes decisions. The moon represents your emotions, instincts, memories, and inner world. This sextile offers a moment when these two forces understand each other. There's no noise, no tension, just cooperation. You act more naturally, react with more maturity, feel more clearly, and because of that, you choose better. It's a brief moment, but a powerful one. And if you know how to use it, it can align paths that seemed confusing until now. Picture your mind and heart dancing together, gracefully, without stumbling. That's what the sky is offering today. Under this sextile, it may be easier to understand what you're feeling, talk about it calmly, act more balanced without swinging between cold logic and impulsive emotion. You might notice that the doubt that seemed huge feels lighter today, or that a tough conversation flows more smoothly, or even that an insight strikes and brings clarity to a choice you've been putting off. This is the kind of energy that doesn't need to be forced. It simply unlocks what was stuck. And if you're present, attentive, honest with yourself, you'll realize the right path doesn't shout, it whispers. And today, you're sensitive enough to hear it. Some decisions require courage, others, time. But there are those that simply require emotional clarity. And that's exactly what this sun-moon sextile is offering right now. A moment when the mind understands what the heart feels, and the heart validates what the mind chooses. You know those situations where everything seems in place, but something still feels off, or those choices that make logical sense, but quietly bother you deep down. Today, you might finally reconcile those parts. Doubt begins to give way to intuition. Hesitation turns into decision, and guilt gives way to truth. If you're at a crossroads in a relationship, a project, a fresh start, or even a goodbye, this is the perfect moment to let both voices inside you talk it out instead of fight it out. Wisdom doesn't live only in the mind, and truth isn't found only in the heart. It lives where the two meet, and today, that meeting is happening. This kind of inner alignment doesn't come around often. So when it does, it's worth anchoring it consciously. Here are a few simple but powerful practices to help you make the most of this energy. Write what you feel, then read it as if it was someone else's. Jot down everything you're feeling, uncensored, then read it as if someone you love wrote it. This helps you see with both compassion and clarity. Breathe with presence. Sit quietly. Inhale deeply, counting to 4. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly, counting to 6. Repeat. This simple breath pulls you out of mental noise and grounds you in the now. Ask your body a question. Close your eyes and ask, "Buddy, how do you feel when you think about this decision?" Pay attention to the sensations. The body often answers before the mind does. Visualize your choice already made. Imagine what it would feel like to have made that decision. How would you feel a week from now? A month? This exercise helps you sense the emotional consequences before acting. These practices aren't magic formulas, but they reconnect you with something you already know and may have just forgotten. Your truth is already there. You just need to stop fighting it. Relationships are mirrors, and when the sky is in harmony, those mirrors get clearer, less distorted. Today, with the sun and moon in sextile, you might feel more willing to listen without interrupting, able to speak clearly without attacking, safe enough to express your feelings without fear of rejection. This is a great time to clear up lingering misunderstandings. Open your heart to someone you love. Say what needs to be said with tenderness and strength. Maybe that dreaded conversation turns out lighter than you imagined. Maybe you'll find out the other person wanted to talk too, just didn't know how. Maybe, just maybe, you'll realize the connection was never broken. It was just muffled by noise. Today, that noise fades, and you can finally look someone in the eye and say what you feel, truthfully, without drama. Because when the sky cooperates, the soul finds space to be heard. When reason and emotion align, even work flows more smoothly. This sun-moon sextile especially favors professional decisions that require a balance between logic and sensitivity. You may find more clarity in tough conversations, more patience in negotiations, and more confidence in your own choices. Today is an excellent time to set medium-term goals. Reevaluate your routine with more awareness of your internal rhythm. Resolve team tensions by promoting empathy and active listening. Start something new that calls for both emotional courage and structure. If you work in a creative field, care for others, or in any area where listening is key, this transit can help you access not just intelligence, but emotional wisdom. It's not about doing more, it's about doing it truthfully. Despite all this harmony, it's important not to fall into two traps. Complacency disguised as peace. Just because things feel calm doesn't mean everything's resolved. Don't sweep important matters under the rug just because the vibe is good, mistaking alignment for absolute certainty. This emotional clarity is a gift, but it doesn't replace real analysis. Avoid making final decisions if key details are still unclear. Also, watch out for promising more than you can deliver just because you're feeling confident, ignoring small emotional discomforts that surface in the quiet, using this harmony as an excuse to avoid necessary confrontations. This transit is a bridge, but you still have to choose how to cross it. In a world that constantly splits us between what we think and what we feel, between what we show and who we are. Moments like this are true cosmic gifts. The sun-moon sextile doesn't arrive with a bang. It comes as a whisper, a gentle breeze, a quiet alignment between the me that wants to act and the me that needs to be heard. Maybe nothing extraordinary happens out there today, but if you pause, breathe, and listen to yourself, you'll realize something has shifted within. The mind is not against the heart. The heart is not against reason. And in this internal truce, you find space to be more whole. Savor it. This harmony doesn't shout, but it transforms. That's the question the sky is whispering today. And maybe, just maybe, you've never truly stopped to listen. You live on autopilot, making choices based on urgency, fear, and expectations. But the heart knows. It doesn't rush. It feels. It doesn't shout. It guides. The sun sextile moon creates a rare opportunity for reconnection. Today you can, perhaps for the first time in a long while, sit with yourself and ask, what do I truly want right now? Is this decision mine or one I inherited? Does this path nourish me or merely protect me? There's no right or wrong, but there is something true for you. And today, you're sensitive enough to hear that truth. Take this moment, even if it's just 5 minutes, because sometimes a pause changes the course of an entire life. Today, the sky didn't come to challenge you, it came to harmonize you. In a world that demands speed, productivity, and certainty, this sun-moon sextile is a gentle reminder that there is a middle path, a place within where reason and emotion don't compete. They support each other. That's the space where your best choices are made. That's where integrity lives. That's where peace lives. Embrace this energy. Use it lightly, wisely. Not to change everything at once, but to realign what had drifted. If this video brought you calm, clarity, or connection, drop a comment below. Today I choose with a peaceful heart. This phrase is an anchor, a reminder, a silent commitment to keep listening to